Hi, this is Miss A going to go through the 2 questions that I showed you on exam tips common mistakes number video 2. So here, if you haven't attempted these questions, I would suggest for you to pause the video right now, and then when you're ready, play the video for my explanations. If you have done them and you want to mark them, then here goes. Let's go through it. So let's go through the foundation question first. Here are 4 questions. Here is a list of 4 fractions, and we've got 4 over 16, 2 over 8, 15 over 60, 3 over 9. One of these fractions is not equivalent to a quarter. Write down this fraction. Like I mentioned in the last video, the keyword not is in bold print, so we need to be aware of that. Second time reading it, I'm going to underline one of these fractions is not equivalent to a quarter. It's only worth a mark, so it's really important just to go through this really quickly in a minute. So 4 out of 16 is divisible by 4, therefore it is equivalent to a quarter. 2 over 8 is divisible by 2, so it is equivalent to a quarter. 15 over 60, if it's a big number for you, we can check by dividing by 15, and therefore it is divisible to get a quarter. This can be 3 over 9 can be simplified, or we can find an equivalent fraction to this, but we'll see if it's a quarter. So we can divide it by 3, and we get a third, not a quarter. So which one of these fractions, so we've got to write down one of these fractions, which is 3 over 9. It will be wrong if you put 1 over 3, so just be careful of that. Also, it's great that we emphasized the word not into the question. Good. Okay, let's go through question 7. So we've got some letters and a word in bold print, so we really need to be careful of those. Shape A is reflected in the line x equals -1 to give shape R. Shape R is reflected in the line y equals -2 to give shape S. Describe the single transformation that will map shape T to shape S. Okay, so let's reread, underlining the really important information. Shape T is reflected in the line x equals -1 to give shape R. Reflected in the line y equals -2, shape S. Single transformation, map shape T to S. And first thing is, obviously you need to reflect, therefore you need a ruler. I am going to use my digital ruler here and draw a line, and that represents x equals -1, and reflect. So just really quick example, that is, for example, point A, where it's going to reflect. I'm sure you know how to reflect, but here it goes quickly. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, straightforward there. You need to be finishing off the reflection. I'm just going to quickly draw it freehand. You need to use a pencil and a ruler in the exam, so that is reflected. So it is shape R. Don't forget to label, that's really important. Next is, I'm just going to take that sentence off. Shape R is reflected in the line y equals -2. Again, let's get my digital ruler and let's put it on y equals -2. Y equals, yep, perfect, good. And if I draw my line and get rid of my ruler, and that is now y equals -2. And again, I'm not going to show you how to reflect. Simpler. So point A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's where point A should be. Because I've done it in pink, I'll do it in pink. That's where point A should be. Finish off doing your triangle. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And same on the other side. So that's your next reflected shape, and don't forget to label it S, which is really, really important. So the final question says describe the single transformation, and as soon as it says transformation, I tell my students to focus on a very famous person, which is Terry. And let me quickly go through. T stands for translation, E stands for enlargement, R stands for rotation, and R stands for reflection. Y is just to finish off Terry, to say you've done the 4 transformations. Just because the question is instructing you to do reflection doesn't mean the answer is also reflection. The question says, describe the single transformation that will map T to S. So you've got to figure out this point here, T to S, how it is rotating. I'm going to show you a technique without using tracing paper. If you're comfortable with it, by all means you can do so. All you need is a ruler, and the reason why I focused on point 8, sorry, A, not 8, is to show it's rotated in a straight line, therefore it's 180 degrees, and you can see that with this straight line here. Okay. And I'm just going to get rid of the ruler, and so it's there. It's pretty straightforward. It's rotated 180 degrees, and it is going anti-clockwise into oh, it doesn't really matter actually if you're going clockwise or anti-clockwise, but it's going in that direction. So yeah, rotation 180 degrees. You've got to figure out which point it's going, and you can probably figure out which coordinate it is going through, and I'm just going to do a nice big circle there to show you which point it is rotating on, and that's -1, -2. So the answer, rotation, so let me get my blue pen, rotation 180 degrees. Remember, you don't need to mention if it's clockwise or anti-clockwise, and the point is at -1, -2. And for 2 marks, ouchie, didn't we spend a lot of time doing that, but for 2 minutes you got to think quick and fast. Just double check T reflected to R, reflected to S, and you've got the rotation. If you like, wow, you know, this method, you didn't do it without a tracing paper, and you want to check with a tracing paper, by all means do so, and you'll see that it rotates at -1, -2. Okay, I hope you have showed your workings using the bold prints, and really hope you found this video useful. I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you very much.